Good morning, Zodiac, and thanks for joining Tarot, my love. I'm David. I'm going to do the morning quickies for the 28th of May using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, just so you know what it is. And I'm going to pull through the deck like I've been doing. Try to get through in an hour and do a 4-card pull, which is so much. You get so much more out of it for a quickie than just 3. And coming in there, so try to keep them like at 4 minutes, you know. And then Thursday is always Libra Scorpio day here at Tarot My Love, and we'll do the put out the heart spread today. It's for couples, someone on your mind, and the singles called the 4 Pillars read. That's if you're wide open. For our Scorpio and Libra friends. Right now, we'll start with Aries as usual. For the 28th of May. Here you go, Aries. In the round love, where your heart and mind is at. Yep, somebody done you wrong song is on your mind. Yes, because you're usually this is going to be thinking strategically, assuming you're not the one doing the fooling around. But when you have to start thinking strategically, meaning like, wonder what they meant by that, and did they really go to a meeting, and did they really wonder what's on their phone when you maybe haven't looked before, because they've given you some reason to distrust them, most likely here, when you're showing up in this energy. In 7 of Wands, this is what's crossing you now, Aries. So, it's sort of like you think of a reverse 7 of Wands, like you're not defending yourself. So, it you're in this energy maybe where you're suspicious and maybe you haven't said anything yet, you're just kind of thinking. So maybe it wasn't 100%, they didn't admit it. But with the 7 of Wands reverse, it's implying that you're not really so much defending yourself. You're not setting boundaries. You're not being firm. That kind of energy more than defending, meaning you're being kind of passive. And now, sometimes this is the right energy to be in because maybe you're not sure, and give it a minute and see, and think about how you want to talk to your partner, because it usually doesn't end well when it starts out with you lying, cheating sack of shit. That usually goes downhill. So good to take a minute. But with this in the challenge, it's kind of implying that you maybe need to step up kind of to the plate here and deliver something, put it that way. And this is advice, okay? Kind of, it's interesting what I just said. You don't want to start with you lying sack of shit because maybe you don't know for sure, and that will definitely put them on the defensive. And defensive, reversed 7 of Wands could be defensive. Normally with 7 of Wands, you're defending a castle. It's righteous action, taking righteous action, righteous anger. But reverse, maybe, yeah, it's like irrational anger, yeah. And with this being advice, I gotta think there's a explanation. Usually there isn't. When you have to have an explanation, usually it doesn't. But I think this is your advice. 10 of Cups. It's look, you're happy here. You're emotionally fulfilled. So check it before you wreck it, maybe. And then the 6 of Cups is the outcome, and it's really going to be okay. I mean, 10 of Cups is your advice from Spirit, and 6 of Cups, as an outcome, 6 of Cups is beautiful. Once again, feeling happiness and fulfillment emotionally. And this is feeling very good, like a soulmate connection, feeling totally connected, that ability to finish each other's sentences and stuff. So, yes, Aries, good. You didn't go off half-cocked, as it were, which is the rap for Aries, and but this time you didn't. So good. Taurus, thank you for joining me. This is the Morning Quickies, very special on the beach edition for the 28th of May here. Love and relationship reading. Always on Thursdays is Libra and Scorpio day. we'll do the heart spread for Libras and Scorpios and the 4 pillars. So if you have that energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, check it out. Your reading for June's already up, Taurus. No problem if you want to take a look at it. The bigger reading for you, one or the other. But you're coming in on the 28th in the quickie with the Six of Swords, moving away mentally. Could be moving away mentally from something. Two of Cups is what's challenging you. Reverse Two of Cups. Really, that's just in a daily reading. This could totally be you're giving your partner the silent treatment because you just had a fight and they pissed you off. You're sort of withdrawing your cup from them. But it hopefully just daily reading. Maybe it's just a peevish thing. You're mad, they're mad. I always see with the Illuminated Tarot, you have the lion here. Uh, Brings kind of this to the Two of Cups. You got to throw in a little bit of Leo energy here. But yeah, and now silent treatment. You don't want to talk about it. You're moving away from it. Uh, and your advice is Page of Cups. It's just kind of thank you, Source. Both readings so far been kind of sweet. Really, it's weird. But I get the feeling it's like it's like I don't know, it's like your guardian angel or something, and they're almost kind of laughing at you in this kind of a sweet, very cuddly way, and they're kind of like it's like come on, make up, just make up. I don't think it was that big a deal. And this kid too could be your partner, particularly if they're water sign, right? This could be your partner right here, uh, Cancer or Scorpio or Pisces person. And it's almost like they're doing it. They're like, come on, I'm sorry, please. You know, I hope that's all we're talking about here in the sun. And the makeup sex is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, that's a little tither, man. I love it, Taurus. So it's a little tither if it hasn't come over yet. That this one's coming into the readings. It's probably your person. But you might kind of be encouraging it, and then all kind of good ending. So 2 out of 2. Thank you, Source. All right, in the name of light and love, Gemini, here we are on the 28th of May. This is the morning quickie, love and relationship, right? Only for the greatest good. We ask for advice for our Gemini friends. This is you. Bam. Now this is a Gemini being a Gemini. 6 of Wands. You're feeling good. This is like you go into a bar or you go into your restaurant or your hangout and everybody knows your name and they're like, yo, Gemini, what's up? Hey, well, Gemini, what's up? Hey, man, what's up? How you doing, Gemini? Hey, man. And you feel good and you feel like it's like that Stuart Smiley when he says, darn it, I'm smart enough and good enough and people love me, but they really do. This is like the energy, Gemini, of like, if you're a man, the women love you and the men want to be you. If you're a woman, the men love you and the women want to be you. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So, 28th of May. Now, challenging you, nuts and bolts, reverse, think of it, 2 of Pentacles. Um, yeah, something practical. You're having trouble just maintaining the practical day-to-day stuff, huh? So maybe you're happier being away from the house because when you get back to the house, it's like, you got to think about all the problems. Now, this is your advice. Something got to change. I think it's like that. Yeah, it's like you're with the 6 of Wands. It's really great, but you got to come back to earth and do something. Six is kind of a stasis energy. When you move to 7, you start doing something you know and I think that's what it is. Maybe you're neglecting just practical things. Could be even like the bills. If it's a relationship readings, could be like a practically could I say practically, yeah, practically kind of uh, distancing yourself from your lover by uh, being in your own energy, being kind of selfish, going out and doing your own thing. Maybe literally just kind of hanging with your friends more. And with this being your advice, I mean, clearly has to change, in what way Spirit would change. Well, you're going to be the King of Cups. So think of it like this one. This is the Jim Morrison King of Cups, right? Look at him. He's so cool. So kind of a hippie, King of Cups of this is you, Gemini, suits you. I like it. And kind of mellow, but yet a king, and with the King of Cups, master of emotions, emotionally available, not afraid to be vulnerable, someone that's emotionally intelligent and aware. And it's a long way from the Six of Wands, but you could be the knight that came back victorious and then um, eventually became the king, transforming and growing. Um, you know, Maybe, I don't know, your hair was lighter when you were younger, and then as you got older, a little bit dark in there, kind of like graying now, kind of king. So, but male or female, um, it's the same energy. It's like you really leveling up here, and coming back and 100% being there for your other person, in terms of love and emotions. And so you do take this advice and this challenge. You meet the challenge. So thank you guys. Cancers, thanks for joining me. 28th of May, a sip of coffee. Doing our morning quickies here. This is your love and relationship advice for 28th of May. And this is going to be you, Cancer, showing up as yourself with the Queen of Cups. Beautiful queen, this one. You know, um, Kind of soft queen, even for a Queen of Cups. Yielding, the way she's offering that cup and she's kind of offering herself. I think too with a queen, and this kind of you showing up in the reading, so it kind of is going to be about you usually. Um, but the way the queen is vulnerable, she has a whole army to protect her, possibly a king. Uh, Although how often the kings are the one that the queen's got to be worried about. But really, what can get her is her heart. That's where she's the most vulnerable. And yet, here this is you now. Here you are, openly offering your cup, like opening up your heart, and making yourself vulnerable in a very real way. Okay, checking my mic. So it's great, as you being mature, you being you, doing what you say, saying what you mean. Um, Great energy. Now, challenging you is the devil. So you can't say the devil made you do it. But I'm not going to go with Capricorn there. It's going to go with, in a love reading here, some kind, what's challenging you are obsessions, either your own or another person's. That plutonic energy, you're going to see it in synastry here, Cancers. And it's often very passionate, very sexual. But it comes with a lot of the plutonic package. I call it obsessions and control issues and jealousy issues. These kind of things tends to bring up the shadow stuff in both people. Often one more than the other. The more plutonic person, let's say, brings the more stronger plutonic energy. Usually brings more out of the other one, huh? But you both get kind of zapped, huh? Now, this is your advice from Spirit, Ace of Cups. Wow. So, you're the Queen of Cups. This is about you. You're coming in strong. You know your mind. You know your heart. You know what love is when you're a Queen of Cups. You know what love is. So, really, the only problem now with the devil is that here it's in reverse, I'm thinking. Um, so, it could be. It's hard to say with the devil reversed, but here we're really reading what's challenging too. Um, so you're still dealing with that same obsession, plutonic energy, but here you're being definitely advised to proceed, anyway. Um, the only thing I can think of is a queen could handle this, so this may be coming from your other person, although I did say that's where a queen is vulnerable, um, or you may even like it. You may feel like you can handle this. Because what this is, it could be like in the real world, the best sex you've ever had in your entire life with this person. You get right down to it, and you're just like, okay, comes with some other stuff that they're a little controlling, and they're A little too intense sometimes, but you know what? I like it. I want it. I want more of it. Yeah, and you get the whole world. Yeah. So you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know, you're playing with fire, right? And sometimes when you play with fire, you get a really great fire, and you sit around it and make love all night with this person. You feel like, wow, I really have the world now. Awesome. Banging four good readings in a row. Thank you, Spirit. Maybe here we go in the Gemini season. So far, so good. Um, Leos, this is the 28th of May. Your morning quickie here, special on the beach edition. And we're asking, name of light and love, only so as serves the greatest good, can Spirit give us advice for our Leo friends and love and relationship. And this is you showing up with the Judgment card, where your mind and heart is at. You're being called out in some way around love and relationship. This is being called out, however you want to put it, by God, by Spirit, by your higher self, uh, by the angels. But it's something to your highest good. It's often with judgment. I think about the North Node in your natal chart with judgment, where your um, focal point kind of where our soul's journey is leading in this life, what the lesson is. And when you have this call, it's kind of like a call calling out. It's usually something that's trying to remind us to stay on our path, and that we're not just here bucking around. We're a soul, having a life experience to grow. You know, and it's all about that really at the deepest level. Now, what's challenging you is the Fool. So, um, the Fool in reverse, the Fool as a challenge. You're afraid to do this. You're afraid. It seems scary. It's like if you accept this challenge, if you're called out, and being called out could be you you can sing, and I understand you're afraid, but it's your calling. Your voice needs to be heard, Leo. And this calling out could be you start to just know. It doesn't mean you hear a voice necessarily, my no judgment, but you begin to feel deeply about something about relationships that you need to do this, but you don't want to do it. Strongly don't want to do it. Like fear, I think the Fool in reverse, fear. And you know what? It's in this case, Tower's good because if you're not gonna, if it's not happening right now, and maybe it's why you're watching a reading, Leo. Uh, the universe, source, we said, God, however you want to look at it, your angels, they're gonna take care of it for you and kind of push you off of this cliff here, and you're going to whatever this is, you're gonna embrace it. And it might be true love. It might be like a deep down. Boy, I think I can relate to this. It's like now it's like you've been wanting love, and you've been, maybe now all of a sudden it's here, and you're just like, whoa, wait a minute, because what if I really give my heart to this, go all out with the Fool over the cliff, and then it's a bummer, and I don't think that's what this is saying. I think what it's saying is you're fixing to find out what if, because I think that's where you're going here. And it's going to be with the air sign person, this Queen of Swords. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, and someone that's mature, possibly a father or a mother. Um, a little bit, possibly your hesitation may be, if you look at this particular one, this is the Ethereal Tarot deck. She looks a little bit disinterested and stuff. So they may kind of be like that with you, a little cool. And so it's making it even feel a little more risky and like you'd be taking a chance because you're not feeling like 100% like they're there for you. So the advice then becomes you tell them that, are you there for me? Because this is scary for me. It's going to be a big step for me. I think it is. It's like a big life thing going on. Leo, thank you guys. Virgo, thanks for joining me. 28th of May. This is your morning quickie here on the beach. Really hear the waves today. Hope you can. Shut up for a minute. So, Five of Wands, Virgo, this is your energy, bickering, arguing in a relationship. It's a daily reading, maybe just a little fight. This is your challenge. Arguing with a Sagittarius, bickering. Now, temperance in reverse is being impatient, being um, mm, not feeling expansive, not wanting to give, not wanting to open up, feeling kind of shut down, um, and can be judgmental because normally it's just Jupiter energy. Think about Jupiter like in retrograde is coming up. Could be significant in your chart. Comes to mind, Virgo. As an astrologer, you always look at these retrogrades, especially with your everything. You're progressed in your solar return chart too. Get a real picture. But yeah, something going on here. Um, so this arguing and bickering is classically more to it than just the arguing and bickering, which a reverse temperance would show. Something could be like getting on your last nerve. You know, reaching some kind of breaking point with the temperance card and the Three of Cups. This is your advice from Spirit. Wow. I gotta say, Virgo, because this is advice from Spirit, it's literally advising you to go out and play and have some fun. I have a couple friends that are Sag risings, and I sometimes when they're complaining, I'm be like, I don't feel sorry for you. You're Sag rising. Your literal life mission is to go out and have fun. I'm a Virgo rising. My life mission is a bummer, man. I gotta be responsible and pay attention to details. Details. So, but you're just being advised to loosen up, to lighten up. It's kind of like maybe too an energy of detach a little from your relationship, whoever you're arguing with, detach from them, Virgo, and go have some fun with your friends and lighten up, lighten the mood. Uh-huh. And the star card is outcome. And I think this could be like good advice in general. Maybe Virgo for your relationship because getting the star, hopes, dreams, wishes, could be an Aquarius person involved, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus energy significant in Aquarius. But it's like this little energy shift because this temperance is significant. So this arguing and bickering is indicative of something of a much more profound nature that may be bringing you down, bringing your vibration down, and by just kind of getting out and about more, out in the community, doing things, doing fun things, hanging out with friends, and brings that energy up, and you end up, getting everything you want. You end up working out really well. So, positive readings today. Thank you, Source. Virgos, thank you, guys. And Libras, thanks for joining me here. And sip of coffee. hmm The Morning Quickies on the Beach edition for the 28th of May here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs now, Libra. This is you showing up as the Emperor. Haha. Yeah, showing strong. So, um, Aries energy, so you're opposite, the mirror. So, this is a great way for a Libra to show up. So, this would be a Libra that, for whatever reason, you might be a little older. You may have learned, gained wisdom over time. If you're a young person, then you're a person that's people would say about you, wow, they have an amazing amount of wisdom for their age, that kind of thing, like you're, 22 going on 62 energy, an old soul kind of energy coming on. Um, and being assertive and kind of certain, look at this stance, really standing in your own power, and not people pleasing, not doing the typical archetypical Libra kind of thing. So let's see where that gets you. Now, crossing you is this Queen of Pentacles. Now, even for an Emperor, a Queen of Pentacles crossing you energy, what's blocking you, it's reversed. Could be pretty challenging. I laugh because now it's not the Empress. I don't know, who would an emperor have an affair with? I don't know, Queen of Pentacles, maybe. Um, but there's a significant energy here that's blocking you. That's a very I think it's important. Like the one thing about the Emperor, it can be kind of stubborn. Particularly, look at this card. It's like this head's held back. It's like, all right, no, 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 no. I'm only gonna do what I'm gonna do, and the other person maybe is being the same way. I guess what I'm trying to say, Queen of Pentacles is significant energy. Could be Earth too, sign. Capricorn or Virgo or Taurus person. But um, if they're standing in your way, you're kind of like you're butting heads with someone. Like um, that's what's the problem is. It's like if you're gonna have a relationship, I can see right now, one of you's gonna have to give, and you're both. The Queen of Pentacles kind of looking down, like, don't. I'm not gonna give. I'm not even gonna look you in the eyes, because then if I look you in the eyes, then, it's like when you're driving, and if you look them in the eyes, then you yield to them. And you're kind of like, no, You're both being very, very stubborn here, and your vice is the Knight of Swords. So, look, as advice, that's clearly like you guys got to sit down and really duke this out. And the Knight of Swords ain't playing now. So this is a serious conversation. So whatever's blocking you, I get the feeling too, it'd be seen in your synastry as something significant, like a Saturn square Mars or Sun square Mars, maybe something that's significant. That's, you know, if you want, like I said, if you're going to want to have a relationship, something's going to give. So it's not going to give by you guys, playing patty cakes. I mean, you're going to have to get into it and really be honest and brave and strong and fearless and just go for it. And I really mean fight. I mean, really open up to each other, make an effort. Comes to mind that saying, the hardest thing I ever had to do was to love and be loved. And that might be the problem here, guys. Don't see cup here. The King of Wands. This is in your outcome position. Wow. I think it's going to lead to passion. Whatever's going on between you guys, it's like you're kind of blocking each other and being stubborn. And you're going to have this conversation. And I'm having a hard time reading this as another person, you know. It could be that maybe what's blocking you is a fire sign, Aries or Leo or Sagittarius person. Leo particularly, because you see the lion throne with this one, has to come to mind. Um, Ace of Pentacles. I think this is about you making a start here, but I still don't see a cup. But here you're not even engaging. You're both just standing in your power and you're being stubborn. And you're going to have this kind of a knockdown, drag out talk. I don't even want to call it a fight. Knockdown, drag out talk. Because you guys, maybe you don't want to talk even. Like it's like, I won't even dignify this with a discussion. It's obvious that I'm not going to blah, 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 you know. And this talk is going to end up being very passionate and uh, making some kind of new beginning. It's like maybe you haven't really even started yet. It's like almost like a negotiation. It's like you're negotiating here, and it's going to end really kind of in sex and in passion. And then you're going to decide to get serious and move on. And it's almost like these two powerful figures, kind of how they would do it. Like, it's not really about love at first. It's like, do we respect each other? Do we understand each other? We're operating at a very high level here. I mean, probably two mature people that have a lot of money and resources. This reading, I think, is for people that are very stable, both in themselves. And you're looking for something solid more than anything here, you know? And if there wasn't some kind of love interest there, I mean, this wouldn't be your reading. So, thank you, guys. Scorpios, thanks for joining me. Pulling through the deck, Scorpios, for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs on the 28th of May. Your morning quickies here, guys. On the beach edition. Let me sip of coffee here. Nice quiet morning so far, thank God. I can kind of hear the waves. Hope you can listen a little bit. And this is you showing up with the Three of Pentacles. In this deck, ethereal tarot deck, it kind of emphasizes a collaborative aspect. So collaborative, Three of Pentacles, but still work. When I see this in this position, there's someone that's been doing the work on yourself, whatever that work is. The work, relationship work, the shadow work, spiritual work, making the best of yourself. You may be doing this with your partner, something, or that's your feeling in terms of relationships now, that you and your partner are doing this work together, or you're just doing it with someone else, a friend or something like that. Let's see what's blocking you here. Wow, that's quite a challenge. Okay, wow. So, because this is your block, this is your challenge, and it's the Eight of Pentacles. These are the two premier work cards in the tarot deck. The Three of Pentacles and the Eight are both positive in my mind. Both very positive, both very positive because they're constructive. You know, when you see these, they're constructive. To me, there's something going on, usually good. And the Eight of Pentacles, though, is now reversed, and it's like you're challenged. Someone's blocking you. Someone that you're working with, that you think you're working with, is holding you back. That's what this is here, Scorpio. You're working with someone, and you're really sincere and doing your best, and you don't realize it, but with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, either that or you're actually just working against yourself, if that resonates. You're either working against yourself, but since it's about collaboration, it brings in another person. Um, they're actually making it harder. Whatever it is you're doing together, they're making it harder. If it's a relationship, then it's you very hard, very much trying to do work. You know, one of my friends had told me years ago. He said, "God damn, David, with you, it's always so hard for you." It's like he said, "Do you ever think like relationships really shouldn't be that hard?" But this is hard. This is like the relationship's hard, and I'm really trying, and you really are. I can see you really are, but it's like maybe someone's like for every scoop you put in, they're throwing it back out. And the Hierophant. This is your advice here. Okay, the Hierophant as advice from Spirit. I understand. I'm gonna clarify this with the Nine of Pentacles. Wow, wow, with the Pentacles. Well, I didn't want to think that this is about a marriage, the Hierophant here. I don't. I think this is about like this is advice. So the way to understand, maybe you must not understand that someone's working against you, and maybe even as you're hearing this, you're like, nah, they can't be. I don't get. But maybe it's like go to like your core values, the Hierophant. What are you doing here with your life? In your mind, what do you tell yourself? What's your story? What's your purpose? What's life mean to you? Um, and get into what can be called your religious, spiritual nature. You have a lot of Pentacles here. You know, here with the Hierophant and the Nine of Pentacles, it's like saying to get real stability, you have to bring in this part of your life, kind of that foundation, your belief systems, the why. Ask yourself why. So you're doing this work, you're making this effort here, and to understand how they're blocking you and why, um, you have to put yourself, and this is you being really solid in yourself, which I think you may be this Nine of Pentacles. You may be solid in yourself, someone that can take care of themselves, someone that's self-contained, someone that loves themselves, someone that has good self-esteem, and knows your own value and that kind of thing. And I think it's like maybe if you put this into some perspective, spiritual perspective here of the highest level, and talk about values, something, think about whoever you're collaborating with. Are their values really, uh, are they conducive to how you want to live your life and to your vibrational level and to your values? Mm, King of Pentacles. And you're dealing with here more Pentacles, huh? This earth sign, Virgo maybe, Capricorn, Taurus person. Uh, wow. All these Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, uh, King of Pentacles, Scorpio. Um, there's like a progression here, and you may be moving towards this King of Pentacles. And I would just go with the warning, um, not to trust them too much, to trust yourself, to keep balanced and lean. This is the nine. Your advice is to be that person who's self-contained and self-control, and approach this person from that perspective. And this person that's working against you, it might not be your King of Pentacles here, person that you're heading towards. I actually think they're a good match for you with that Three of Pentacles. You're drawing in the right person. So thank you guys. For the 28th of May, Sagittarius, we're doing the morning quickies here on the beach. We don't want to pull from the bottom of the deck. We want to pull from the top. And this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Sagittarius. And we're going to look at where you're at in terms of love and relationships. Seven of Cups. So this guy, well, I'll look at that for a minute. The ethereal tarot deck, it's a little different. So you get the dragon and the mask and the good luck grabbing hold of one of them cups. But to me, this can be emotional, kind of like just turmoil. It's not so much having choices. It's sort of not knowing what to do, having a lot of feelings, being kind of lost in your feelings because you're cups, and it's kind of a challenging energy, seven. So it's almost as if your own feelings are challenging you. It's kind of you're in a challenge position just as you are right now, but your challenge here is the moon. So with the challenge being the moon, definitely there's something that you don't see, and that's what's putting you into this energy. You're like, okay, I tell you what this is, Sad. You're right now, and maybe recently been feeling like, I know there's something wrong. I just can't quite put my finger on it. It's a relationship thing, relationship reading. I just can't put my finger on what it is. And now with the moon, it's going to be about you. It's going to be something that it's not something that you don't see. But the way you're going to discover it is it's something in you. You're not. It's like just an example. We don't want to see that our person's cheating, so we kind of avoid seeing certain things, and well, that's kind of on us. We're the ones avoiding that, seeing that. And when we stop avoiding seeing that, we realize that we're trying to not to see it. It just suddenly comes clear in front of us, something like that. So let's see what your advice is. Four of Wands, Sag. So advice from Spirit is consider that you're trying to build, because wands are actions, and I see it as the building of a long-term committed relationship or a marriage here, and you're trying to build stability. So like you're trying to do this, but you're having a hard time because you're kind of emotionally kind of in some kind of turmoil. And you just, all you know is like something's wrong, maybe with this connection, and you can't put your finger on it. Um, and you couldn't even begin to take action because you don't even know yet. You just have that feeling. It's kind of bugging you. High Priestess, wow. This is the outcome. So you're going to find the answer to this through intuition, watching tarot readings, trusting your intuition. Like I said, think about what it is that you're not wanting to see right now, and that may be what your intuition's going to lead you to. And then trust whatever your hunch is, whatever your gut is, hits you on that, Sag. Thank you, guys. Capricorns, thanks for joining me. We're on the beach with the morning quickies for the 28th of May now. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Capricorn. Here you are with the Eight of Cups, walking away. Energy around love and relationship, emotionally removing yourself from a situation. And this one, in this deck, this is the Ethereal Tarot, Illuminated Tarot. It's a contemplative more. In the usual Eight of Cups, still they're not walking away. They're getting ready to walk away, but at least they're standing up. It's like imminent. The step is imminent. Here it's like you're thinking about walking away, huh? You're thinking about moving away. And I always remember this could be just emotionally kind of moving yourself a little. It could be a little thing because it's a daily reading here, 28th of May. And your challenge is this Knight of Pentacles. So in reverse, again, I see this Eight of Cups contemplating moving away emotionally. Now with the reverse Knight of Pentacles, this is really bad because you're stuck in this energy now. Because the Knight of Pentacles should be the one that would be able to drive you out of this, or just walk away. You'd either resolve it or walk away. And with the reverse, it's like being stuck. Something in yourself is keeping you from dealing with this, something strong. You really don't want to deal with it. Similar theme that we just had with Sag, guys. So Capricorns, your advice of Four Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so um, you're in a tough spot with this. Okay, this is your reading, and emotionally a tough spot. So what the Four Pentacles is advising here is to gather your strength, gather your resources, gather your strength, both of them. And it could literally be like you might be in a position where you need to gather some money, accumulate some kind of resources. So think about if you can borrow money, think about like if you can hawk something, that kind of energy. And if you have to, this is protect yourself, take care of yourself, focus on yourself, health, self-care at a core level, like by keeping yourself protected, make sure you have somewhere to live and make sure you're warm or comfortable. And it's okay to right now to hold on to your resources. Usually, Four Pentacles, your vices, loosen up, and you can't really do anything with your. But you might be in a position, with this being your advice, this is a good time for you to lock down on resources and prepare yourself here, um, because let's see, in Four Pentacles and Four Swords and heal. So you may not actually be doing anything in terms of whatever it is you want to walk away from, even a person or a relationship. But I think at least here you're starting to heal, and that's your advice. It's like also this as advice. It right now and for the purposes of this healing, we could be dealing with 4 month period. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to say no. It's okay to do you. It's okay to sleep in you know, uh, don't worry about it, Capricorn, because you need this healing. And whatever this walking away is, that's going to be like a theme for you, I think, during this period. Maybe by after about 4 months, start to get a better feel what you're going to do with that, guys. And that Knight of Pentacles maybe reverses and start driving you out of it, guys. Thank you. Aquarius, 28th of May. It's your morning quickie on the beach. You're coming in with the Queen of Wands energy. Okay, I like it, guys. You would be channeling here a more sensitive side. They always say Aquarius, oh, they're not real emotional. Well, no, this is you being emotional here with the Queen of Wands. Channeling your fire energy, feeling confident around love and relationships. You might be in love. Someone's bringing out that part of you that's fun, that's funny, that's outgoing. That kind of energy. And that's great energy to be in terms of love and relationship. King of Wands. This is challenging you, though. So, with the King of Wands in a challenge position with the Queen of Wands, that certainly seems like another person who might be your significant other. Um, in this position, it seems that you're Aquarius, right? Not a fire sign. In Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, you might have significant fire. Um, but in the reverse position, this is someone can be a real asshole. Like King of Wands in reverse, just an asshole, just mean and selfish and destructive and possibly dangerous and even violent and egotistical to the max and uh, um, nasty stuff. So you know if it's your reading. And this would certainly be blocking you. And I get the feeling too, again, in reaction to your being the Queen of Wands, is they really don't like you standing out. They don't like you being strong, man or woman, and expressing yourself and being yourself and just being alive and having fun. And there's probably like severe like control issues and jealousy. It's almost like they're jealous of you. It's like they're not really jealous of your lover. It's like they're jealous like of you somehow, which is bad energy for a relationship. Now advice is Ace of Pentacles. Okay, Spirit, I need advice on the advice in the Knight of Swords. Wow, Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. What I think is like this person is really strong, and like you are too. You're beginning to channel this strong side of yourself. You're building. Your strength is building. Maybe physically, your health has been coming back. I bet you're getting a little bit of fire in your belly, and your person's not liking it. Now, what you're going to have to do is challenge them very directly and verbally, and then make a new start. You know, and this is, to me, is like a new start on your own. And I think in order to do that, it's almost like you're gonna be like a fight. You're gonna have to like fight your way out. Uh, and when you do, you're gonna be starting clean with this Ace of Pentacles here. It's a really clean start. Um, no baggage, no emotional baggage. It means this person won't be bugging you anymore, like literally. There won't be no restraining orders necessary. You won't be all lost in that energy and, we're upset and everything. Um, um, let's see where we go with this. And I had a feeling too, there's a collaboration. Someone's helping you with this and guiding you, and that's your Ace of Pentacles. Now, I don't know if this is a new person. We'll leave it here, Aquarius, and see what we get. We're going to have your June reading coming up Saturday. To already have the end of May, you can see that, how that relates to this. Look at the heart spread, because you obviously have a person here. There's something going on. You may want to look at the single spread too, because this may be a person here that's helping you, a third party. But with the Pentacles, it's like it doesn't look like a sexual partner, or not sexual yet. And I can tell you this, Aquarius, their help is solid. They're solid. Your beginning's going to be solid. You're going to have to do this part. You're going to have to bring that sword out, and but maybe this person's right there with you when you do. Got your back, I hope. Thank you, guys. Pisces, thanks for joining me. This is the Morning Quickies on the Beach edition. Let me have a sip of coffee here. Mm-hmm. This is the 28th of May. Okay, here we go. This is you, your energy in and around relationships, Eight of Pentacles. Now, uh, this is you doing really good work, whatever that is. Learning about your love languages, studying your astrology chart, doing the good shadow work, doing work on your self-esteem, and it shows someone to be in a pretty good place, in my opinion, for a relationship. Um, it's a very positive card, not like a workaholic or anything. It's not really about here in this position about being focused on your work that you do for a living. It's working on your soul. Best thing we can bring to relationship is ourself, and you're making yourself the best self that you can make you. And there's no better way really to come in. You can't really beat it. So challenging you, the Hierophant, in reversed. So with the challenge position, whatever you're working on yourself, but it's the question I would ask is. Are you do you have feel like you have a good connection with your ninth house energy, the why are you working, why are you here, why you want love, why is there a relationship, and so it's kind of like that religious spiritual, if you go deep, that spiritual belief system connection to your life's purpose, what's it all about. So maybe it's suggesting to me maybe the something that's challenging you is you're not putting it more into that perspective, and maybe you're being a little too literal here. I wonder too if this isn't someone manifesting. You're doing some kind of manifesting work with this Eight of Pentacles, and I call it nuts and bolts manifester. So um, something kind of practical, not too elaborate. Maybe you wrote some stuff down, about what you wanted out of your person. So you're not taking into account putting this into that higher perspective, right? Basically. And your advice is the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. I get the feeling with this being the advice, it's kind of like saying you're just about there. Like, because if you're Eight of Pentacles, really what you're striving for is the Nine of Pentacles. To be being able to happy bachelor, be able to take care of yourself, being self-contained, being happy with your life, able to take care of yourself, not needing anybody. That sets you up perfectly to move into a relationship uh, from the strongest position, which is the best position. This is really bringing all of yourself to the relationship. But standing in your way still is this Hierophant here. Now, another way to look at this could be standing in your way is a marriage, and that would bring in another person, whether it would be your marriage or theirs. You have King of Pentacles as the outcome here. Hmm. The Pentacles as the outcome. So, Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. It would explain all the pentacles, like if the mirror, Buenos dias. So, if you're in this Earth energy, you're solidly working on yourself. You're building a solid self. This is kind of like a minor Queen of Pentacles, a Nine of Pentacles. You would pull in a King of Pentacles energy, somebody else who's solid and who has your best interest at heart here. So let's see, pull a card into the Seven of Cups. It's just a little uncertainty right now. I think maybe this is just happening, but I feel good about it. And if there's any doubts with the Seven of Cups, we'll go back to this. Put those doubts to bed by dealing with this energy um, of the ninth house of the why, of putting things in that spiritual perspective, your love situation, right? Thank you guys. Give me a like. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody subscribing. That's great. And Pisces, you in around relationships could be the moon, could be you coming in as you. So just being yourself, doing you. Can't come in any better to a relationship than that. But challenging you is the Four of Wands. So a long-term committed relationship or a marriage is somehow in jeopardy, I would say. And uh, with the moon card, I get the feeling too that you may not be aware of this too. It may be that there's some jeopardy to your long-term committed. What a terrible tarot reading. I'm sorry. But yeah, I mean it, and you're kind of maybe you're aware of it, but you're sort of ignoring it, or maybe you don't want to see it, but you kind of know it, or maybe you don't know it, and that's what the secret is. It's usually a secret we keep from ourselves, guys. And your advice is the intuition, man. Your advice is there's something going on. Trust your intuition. If you're thinking like there's something going on that's potentially a threat to your long-term committed relationship or marriage, trust that feeling. It's very direct. Okay, and walk away. So it got serious, Pisces, but that's very clear. If you're wondering, if you have to wonder, there is a problem. Trust that feeling and walk away from that situation. Okay? Very clear. Thank you, Pisces. And give me a like. I appreciate it. It's good karma. It's easy. And I really appreciate everybody subscribing. Thank you. We get close to 1,000. We'll do this live. Thank you, guys.